What's up, family? Welcome back to Poised for Purpose, the space where identity meets strategy so you can show up with clarity, confidence, and courage. I'm your host, Tabitha J, brand strategist, etiquette coach, speaker, and someone who has learned that being poised doesn't mean being passive. So allow me to share with you yet another moment that shaped how I see this. I cannot count how many times I've walked into a room, polished, poised, and prepared, only to have people assume that I didn't have much to say. Not because I lacked insight, but because I simply wasn't the loudest voice in the room. Because I didn't cut up. Because I chose presence over performance. There was one meeting in particular. I remember sitting there, listening, observing, just taking it all in. And when I finally spoke, the whole room shifted. Heads turned, the energy changed, and suddenly it wasn't about how quiet I'd been. It was about the weight of the information that I carried. That moment showed me something important. People mistake poise for passivity all the time. But being poised doesn't mean being silent. It means being strategic. For years, I equated leadership with being the loudest voice, the boldest personality, the one that was always on. But life taught me that professionalism and power don't always look like performance. Sometimes it looks like listening. Sometimes it looks like restraint. And here's what I realized. Just because you're not shouting, it doesn't mean you're not leading. Your composure doesn't cancel out your courage. It actually amplifies it. And the truth is, people may overlook you if you don't fit their picture of commanding. But here's the shift. Real influence isn't about how much noise you make. It's about the impact of your presence. Poise isn't weakness. It's wisdom. Knowing that your words weigh more when they're not wasted. It's choosing to anchor yourself in who you are and not in how others expect you to perform. Professionalism doesn't rob you of power. It sharpens it. When you show up poised, you're saying, I know who I am and I don't need chaos to prove it. You don't have to match the energy of the loudest person in the room. You don't have to abandon professionalism to be powerful. Your calm is not compliance. Your restraint is not weakness. Being poised means that your presence speaks before your mouth even does. And when you do open your mouth, everything you say carries weight. So if you've ever felt overlooked because you weren't the one doing the most, hear me. Your strength is not diminished by your stillness. You are not less effective because you're composed, and you are not less valuable because you choose strategy over being a spectacle. You are not passive just because you refuse to perform. You are powerful, purposeful, and you're professional. And that combination right there, that is a force. All right, family. That's it for today's conversation. Remember this. Poise isn't passivity. It's power under control. If this episode spoke to you, share it with someone who needs that reminder. Tag me on Instagram at the Tabitha J with your biggest takeaway. And don't forget to subscribe so that you never miss an episode. I'm Tabitha J, and this is Poised for Purpose. Stay poised, stay purposeful, and it will be powerful.